This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Policeman shot dead at wake in Frog City, 3 others injured. A policeman is dead and the 3 others injured after a shooting at a wake in Frog City in the Maxfield Avenue, St. Andrew area on Saturday night. Information reaching the news is that the men armed with M16 rifles entered the premises where the wake was being held and opened gunfire, hitting the 4 people, including a child. The victims were rushed to the hospital, where the policeman who was shot in the face succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment, and the other persons admitted. Man accused of raping and boogering schoolgirl in Westmoreland held by the police. Swift action by the Westmoreland police has led to the capture of a man who was featured on social media for the alleged abduction, rape, and boogering of a schoolgirl in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland on October 11. He was said to have been driving a black sports utility vehicle at the time of the alleged incident. Head of the Westmoreland Police Division, Senior Superintendent Wayne Josephs confirmed the incident. Swift follow-up action led to the CIB detectives arresting him today at his home in Nonpareil Road in Negril, SSP Josephs revealed. According to the police report, the 12-year-old girl was walking home about 4:30 p.m. when, on reaching the vicinity of Savannah Lamar High School, a black SUV stopped beside her and engaged her in a conversation. The suspect thereafter alighted from the motor vehicle and pushed her inside the front passenger seat and locked the door. He then drove to the Hendon Mall in the town where he sexually assaulted the girl. A report was made to the police and the complainant was medically examined at the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital and assessed by Victim Services. SSP Joseph said the vehicle that the man used to commit the offense was also found. He noted that the suspect made attempts to disguise the vehicle. The man, he said, was previously charged in Clarendon and was out on bail. He was supposed to report on condition of bail at the Negril police station for a similar offense that he had been charged for and is before the court, the senior cop shared. Meanwhile, SSP Josephs is appealing to students to be vigilant and walk in groups. If students can walk in groups and don't allow any strangers to engage them in conversations, he said. He is also encouraging adults to look out for the children, as it takes a village to raise a child. SSP Josephs is lauding the Westmoreland police for their swift action in apprehending the man. I commend them for their swift action in taking this dangerous culprit off the streets, so that at least we are sure that he cannot commit another offense tonight, as seemingly pleased the SSP Josephs said. 2 schoolboys among 4 nabbed in alleged Portmore robbery. Swift action by the police led to the arrest of 4 persons, including 2 schoolboys on suspicion of robbery in Portmore, St. Catherine on Friday night. Reports are that about 9:20 p.m., a couple was walking along the Breton Main Road when the 4 alighted from a motor car and allegedly robbed them of cash, cellular phones, and other items. The police were alerted, and the St. Catherine South Police Quick Response Team responded and intercepted the getaway car. Phones, cash, and other items were reportedly recovered. While conducting preliminary checks, it was revealed that 2 of the alleged robbers are high school students, both said to be 15 years old. They, along with the 2 adult men, remain in police custody. Meanwhile, Superintendent Hopton Nicholson has insisted that the police will continue their offensive against the criminality within the division. He appealed for members of the public to continue to support their operations. Westmoreland man shot and injured while celebrating birthday. A man is said to be in serious condition in hospital after he was shot multiple times at a Truro district, burnt Savannah in Westmoreland, while he was celebrating his birthday on Friday night. Reports from the police are that the injured man was at a shop with other persons celebrating his birthday when he was shot. He was reportedly standing along the roadway when he was approached by a man armed with a handgun who opened gunfire, hitting him in his left and right thigh, left hand, and the left side. He was transported to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital by a relative, where he is admitted in a serious condition. Investigations are ongoing. Man shot and killed on Norman Manley Boulevard in Negril. A man was shot dead on a section of Norman Manley Boulevard in Negril, Westmoreland on Friday night. The incident happened at 11:50 p.m. The deceased has been identified as 40-year-old Necaldo Smith, a laborer of White Road, Denby, Clarendon. Smith was staying at a cottage on Norman Manley Boulevard in the resort town. Reports from the police are that Smith was standing along the roadway when two men rode up on a motorcycle. The Pelion brandished a firearm and opened gunfire, hitting Smith all over his body. The men then escaped on the same motorcycle in the direction of the Negril town center. According to the report, Smith ran into a yard where he later collapsed. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, the now deceased was seen lying motionless on his back in a pool of blood with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the upper body. He was transported to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing. Incentivize agriculture to attract young people, says Homer Davis. Member of Parliament for St. James Southern Homer Davis is recommending that additional steps be taken to incentivize agriculture in order to attract more young people. The cohort of farmers in my constituency is at an average age of 60 years old, and it is time to refresh, reset, and re-energize the sector by making agriculture more attractive and economically viable to our young people, he said. Davis, who is also Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, Western Region, was making his contribution to the State of the Constituency debate in the House of Representatives on October 12. He suggested that more should be done to provide lands through lease to engage more young people in the field. There are thousands of hectares of arable lands. They are all idle, and I would say to the Ministry of Agriculture, if we are seriously looking at food security for Jamaica, we should identify some of these lands, and not just identify these lands, but to engage a younger generation of farmers, Davis recommended. By doing so, we can extend to these young farmers long-term leases on these at a peppercorn rates. The Rural Agricultural Development Authority knows the landscape, and I would recommend that a comprehensive study of the soil type in the area of southern St. James be done, and based on their findings, make these lands available to young farmers at peppercorn rates, Davis added. He pointed out that approximately 200 farmers have been assisted this year. We have supported several of our farmers with technical support, working with RADA, and have donated seeds, fertilizers, baby chicks, equipment, and other farm supplies, he noted. Meanwhile, Davis also called for the construction of sub-fire stations in Cambridge and Maroon Town. To get from the Barnett Street Fire Station to Cambridge is a 35 to 40-minute drive, and that's a Cambridge proper. To get to Maroon Town is a similar time period. We need to make sure that we have first responders in these rural townships that can deal with immediate fire or immediate emergencies, he said. He informed that since the start of the year, there have been 41 fires in his constituency, resulting in millions of dollars in losses. Central Sorting Office reopens after months-long renovation. The Central Sorting Office on South Camp Road has officially reopened for business following months of extensive renovation works on the facility. A major part of the transformation involved the introduction of technological solutions to automate the processes. The facility also received 16 desktop computers to improve efficiency and service delivery. The project also included tiling, replacement of counters, and painting. The renovated facility will now serve as the blueprint for the new face of Jamaica Post. Speaking at the reopening ceremony on Thursday, October 13, Post Master General Lincoln Allen said the upgrade signals a major milestone as the Post and the Telecommunications Department continues its efforts to modernize the country's postal service. Allen said the project underscores the department's commitment to improve the overall aesthetics and the functionality of the location while creating a more modern and comfortable environment for all stakeholders. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.